Hey everybody, how's it going? Jenazad here. So this is JINHSI, the new 5-star Spectro character in Wuthering Waves, and a lot of people are really excited for her release. So in this video, I'm going to go over my build, then I'm going to show using her in the Crownless 6 fight, and then I'm going to kind of do a full review of the character and my current opinions of her. So these are my current stats, not a crazy amount of crit chance, but I'll be able to get more from her skill tree. The current weapon I'm using is Verdant Summit. This is actually the 5-star for Gion from his banner because, well, let's just say my pulls weren't the best. JINHSI, please, JINHSI, please, please. No way! No way! There's no way it actually happened. I can't believe it. There's no way. I actually got Ling Yanged. What the hell? But, oh well, you don't really need her weapon. She actually performs very well without it, and you could actually use either the standard 5-star weapon or possibly one of the 4-star ones, including the Battle Pass one would work really well. My current echoes are using Jue, the new 4-star, as my main one because I think it's really strong, gives her skill damage as well, 2 Spectro 3 cost main stats, and then 2 attack percent 1 costs. This is how I currently have her skills. I can't max out everything, unfortunately. For instance, I wasn't able to max the crit rate because I don't have any more of these. You have to kill Jue for them, and, well, there's a weekly limit to that. Unfortunate. But she mainly wants to focus on her Forte circuit, I believe, and then I think Resonance Liberation, then skill, then attack, I believe in that order approximately. And then I have none of her resonances, but realistically, you don't really need them. So next, we're going to take a look at the Crownless fight. Also, if you enjoy this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. You really don't need to pull for JINHSI or Changli. Completely unnecessary. It's really just personal preference. I mean, you can clear everything with 4 stars, so, you know. If you like the characters, then I say go ahead. Right? But if you're not really all that interested, I don't think there's any point in pulling them. That's my opinion. Should do a blindfold challenge? You mean because JINHSI blinds me and I'm unable to see anything? Probably a smart idea, honestly. Okay, 100,000 damage. Nice nuke. And we stunned him. What a sucker. Into big nuke. Into 14,000 damage. Okay, did the leg sweep. Ooh, that was close. If I'd missed that dodge, I was just dead. That would have been bad. Okay, we can send down the dragon. Big nuke. Oh, we missed the crit again. Oh well. Now we spam dodge attacks. Easy to dodge once you know how this works. Just gotta keep on trucking. Keep dodging. He's about to do another big combo, I believe. Yep. Wow, he really loves spamming this, huh? Alright. We're chilling. I can't really see, but we send the dragon down on him, and we miss another crit. It's actually kind of just comical at this point, to be honest. 70% crit rate you would think would crit decently often, but alright. That would be too simple, I guess. Whoa, that's kind of crazy looking. Okay, big damage. Huge damage. What? We lost the dragon. Wait, we didn't get to do it. What happened? Okay. Big dragon into a missed crit again. Into swap into ult. It's kind of insane how many missed crits I'm doing. This is ridiculous. Like, how is this possible? Yeah, he throws the feathers. I knew he would do that. What a little punk. Okay, that was kind of painful. Alright. Get him. Into dragon. Big nuke. Okay, we actually crit into ult. No damage because we missed the crit. Okay, he's going for another big onslaught. Just keep dodge attacking. No big deal. Spam the dodge attack. Dodge attacks into ult. Okay, big nuke. Okay, we missed crit for the millionth time. Oh. This counts as me clearing it with her, right? I cleared it with JINHSI, right? Oh. So, that might not have been the best fight you've ever seen, but it kind of shows how JINHSI actually performs in a boss battle like that. Now, she is also absolutely insane in something like Tower of Adversity as well. That is probably where she's mainly going to be used, because she's a character that's kind of good at AoE and single target. She hits really hard, as you can tell when she actually lands the crits, of course, right? So she has some interesting mechanics. So she's much harder than a character like Jian, because a lot of people are comparing who's better. JINHSI, Jian, they're both limited 5-star full damage dealers. So she has more mechanics. One of the big things is after 4 attacks, you see her skill glows. She uses it, she goes into this flying stance, which changes all of her attacks, and on the 4th attack, she then can use this ability, which calls down Jue, doing a ton of damage. So she is a mainly resonant skill scaler. That's the majority of her damage. Now, after that laser comes down from Jue, she gets something really special. She gets, I believe for the next 25 seconds, she has a buff where if she swaps to another character, they use their intro skill and she uses her outro skill. So what's really cool about that is it doesn't use her concerto gauge. So if you notice right there, it's actually completely full right now. Now, if I use this and I go for the 4th attack here, and if my concerto bar is completely full, I use this, then I swap to someone like Yinlin right here. Well, when I swap back to her, it's still going to be full. So you could actually swap to Yinlin, then swap to her, then swap back potentially for multiple intro outro skills, which is really awesome. So she has a really cool mechanic with that, and she hits really, really insanely hard. She's also insanely mobile. Like, even just her skill use does that, and it's on such a short cooldown. Look at this. It's almost spammable. In the middle of a fight, when you're actually transformed, so if I go back to this, you can use this ability, and she just shoots over there, and then you're also able to use this because it refreshes, which is really cool. So she has some interesting mechanics to her. She's also really good at parrying. As you can see, lots of hits from the dragon. Even just look at her 2nd attack right here. That's so many hits, easily able to parry most enemies. Also, this skill can really easily parry as well. So how good is JINHSI really? I would say that this character is somewhere around the same level as Jian overall, possibly higher overall damage. Now, she hits insanely hard with her burst when you actually land those crits, and her rotation is a little harder to do than Jian, but she has constant big AoE damage, constant suction of enemies all together when the dragon attacks are happening. She hits really hard, but what are her big flaws? Well, one of her biggest flaws is she's probably one of the most team-reliant characters in the entire game, because how she works is she's all about her forte bar. Now, how do you build that forte bar? Well, if you scroll to the bottom of this absolutely ridiculously large amount of text. I don't know why they have so much text. Gacha players are barely literate, and I don't know what they're doing with these like half-assed explanations. But anyways, every time an ally attacks, she gets 1 incandescence. That's her forte bar. And the really important thing is when resonators use coordinated attacks. So for instance, Verena ult, Mortefi ult, Yinlin's electricity mark attacks. They get 2 incandescence every time. So if you land those coordinated attacks and you swap to JINHSI and you're attacking, she's going to build up her forte bar really quickly. She's really bad at building herself. She cannot solo bosses that well. She completely sucks at it, right? So that's a huge flaw with the character. Another flaw, and I would consider maybe the biggest problem with this entire character that almost makes me not want to play her single-handedly, is visual clarity. When you are trying to fight enemies, she is going all over the place. She's flying all over. You're doing these weird dodges. You're going everywhere. And you can't really see anything because the dragon is spinning and all this stuff. So you'll often miss attacks enemies are doing because the screen is so cluttered by all this crap and cool effects that she's doing. And when I was fighting Crownless, for instance, I often could not see anything. I would have like some vague notion of what the boss might be doing. So unless you really understand what you're fighting and exactly how their attacks work and the timing, you might just get hit for free. One other thing I really want to mention about this character, though, that is potentially good and bad, is when you're in this form and you're in the air, her dodges go like this. And I believe the dodge timing is slightly different. Now, these dodges do work pretty well, but I did sometimes find it feeling as though I would have been able to dodge an attack if I was on the ground, but maybe the timing is slightly different with those air ones. However, it's really important she has 2 air dodges, because other characters, when they're in the air, like you're just doing this, you get 1 dodge, people often get hit. It can be a death trap sometimes against some of these bosses. So partially good, partially bad, I would say on that matter. Overall, I think JINHSI is a very solid character, pretty damn good. Do I think she's necessary? Not really. I think you can clear most of the content in this game with 4 stars, so I don't really think you have to pull any specific characters. If you're wondering whether you should get her or Chang-Li, well, I don't really know exactly how good Chang-Li will be. I would say probably both of them are overall going to be really solid for all the content in this game, and they're overall pretty fun, so I would pick the character that you like more, rather than the character that you think is more meta or OP, because realistically, you can do anything if you just get good, isn't that right? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing to the channel, and I hope to see you next time.